Good day, everyone. I'm Shamma Hassan, and today we'll be presenting our project titled Analysis on Netflix Movie Recommendation by Using Fuzzy Logic. In this project, we developed a fuzzy logic system to classify movies based on data like IMDb ratings. The team members for this project are Bajabir Abdullah, Shamma Hassan, Bajay for Turkey. For this project, we used a Netflix dataset with a total of 5,806 movie records last iterate in 2023. Our main objective was to build a fuzzy logic system that can recommend movies based on IMDb ratings, release year, and the number of votes. We use these three attributes as an input beside the title. And for the output is the recommendation score, which helps classify each movie into not recommended, recommended, or highly recommended. On the right side, you can see a sample of the raw data used to train and test the system. Our fuzzy logic system works in three main steps. First, we have fuzzification. This is where we take real numbers like IMDb score, votes, and release year and convert them into fuzzy categories like low, medium, or high. Secondly, is rule evaluation. Here's the system checks the inputs against our predefined if then rules to figure out what kind of recommendation the movie should get. Finally, we use defuzzification to convert the fuzzy output back into a clear result, like not recommended, recommended, or highly recommended.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bajay for Turkey, and now we continue on presentation for membership functions. And as you can see here, we have three sets for IMDb score. We have low, medium, and high. And for release year, we have old and recent. And for number of votes, we have view, moderate, and many. Actually, we categorize them under these three categories. And for release year, we differentiate between old and recent. And for view and moderate and many, we categorize them under these three categories. And for these three sets, it allowed the model to interpret input values more flexibly and compared to traditional crisp logic. We used triangular and trapezoidal for shapes for smooth transitions between each category. And now to our the core of our system, the fuzzy logic rules. Uh, we define them under 18 rules in total, each combining conditions on IMDb score, vote, count, and release year. And now, for example, if a movie has low IMDb and number of votes is view and the release is old, then the recommendation will be is not recommended. On the other hand, if it's a high score and has many votes and recent release year, the result will be highly recommended. These rules from the brain of the fuzzy system, it allows us to classify movies with the human like reasoning.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Bajaber Abdullah, and I will continue in the rules of our fuzzy logic system or model. For rule 10 and 11, it will stay as the recommendation stay as recommended as before, but for 12 it will go for highly recommended because as the score stay medium, but the votes now is many and the release year are recent, so that's why it's go to highly. At now in 13 it backs to recommended because now the votes are few and the release year is old, but the score is still high, that's why it's still recommended. And also the same for 14, but in 15 until the last rule which 18 it will go for highly recommended, that because all the votes are high, and also the other two attributes, one of them at least will be higher than average, like for 15 and 16 will be moderate, but the release year will be recent and old. So Here the votes will support the score of IMDb. That's why it will go to highly recommended. Now let's go for the results. Uh, the results here, as you can see from the graph here. Uh, we will compare our fuzzy logic system with the original classification. For the classification, the original one, there is no any highly recommended movie or show at all, and also the recommended one are very low. But after using the fuzzy logic, that more of them now are recommended, reach 153, and the highly recommended there is only one show in the dataset that highly recommended. And for the testing size was 1581 movies, uh, and the predication was 1413, and the accuracy was the 90%, and the most physical classification were consist with ordinal vote based labels. And that's all for the results, and here we provided the source code, and thank you.